It's simple. If Congress doesn't lift the debt ceiling, we are screwed big time. We're talking epic proportions. Government employees will not get paid. Government vendors will not get paid. Government services will be halted, and any project that is progressing will stop. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said there are simply no good options for solving the debt limit and what's going on, this stalemate. Using the 14th Amendment and trillion-dollar coin would make it worse. So what is this 14th Amendment and what's a trillion-dollar coin? Well, let's first talk about the trillion-dollar coin. It was first mentioned in the 1990s. There's a section in the U.S. Code that allows for the issuance of a new platinum coin. The Treasury Secretary has the sole discretion on the denomination. Many say that this new coin would be physically minted and deposited at a commercial bank or directly at the Federal Reserve. Those funds would make their way to the Treasury's general operating account to avoid a default. The coin itself, however, would never leave the bank. Now, Yellen has dismissed this. Some other groups suggest creating a new type of government bond, like premium bonds. They would have high interest rates and be auctioned off for a higher price, and they would guarantee higher returns anyway. There's another version of this, the console bond. There's a bond that will never mature and just pay interest in perpetuity. The other idea being floated is the 14th Amendment. And where that comes in, there's a line in there that says, in the 14th Amendment that says, the public debt of the United States authorized by law shall not be questioned. This provision was written in the context of the Reconstruction following the Civil War, amid fears that the Confederate States would default on their debts. Many argue that the White House can invoke that provision now. Yellen herself said these ideas are not viable. Federal Reserve Board Jerome Powell also publicly stated it's Congress' sole responsibility to lift the debt ceiling. He completely dismisses the idea that the U.S. would default on its obligations. There are less dramatic propositions as well. One is to abolish the debt ceiling altogether. Senator Brian Schatz of Hawaii already reintroduced a bill that would do this, stating that politicians need to stop using it as a pawn for their interests. There's also the option of making a standoff impossible, perhaps by giving the president the power to act alone. It's getting dirtier and the worst is yet to come. So make sure to take care of yourself, make sure to take care of your family, make sure you're investing your money the right way so you're prepared for what's to come. Make sure you're well diversified and you have enough of a hedge. A hedge is an asset that moves against the rest of the traditional assets. When the market crashes, the dollar goes up. You want an asset that will hold up during that time. And gold has historically done that. They either go up dramatically during or right after a recession, and the rest of the time it just remains steady. In fact, 2022, when all other major assets yielded none, gold held up. You may need to know more about gold and silver investments, and you may want to read and check out our gold investment guide that's been downloaded over 100,000 times. Go to noblegoldinvestments.com. That's noblegoldinvestments.com. Or if you want to talk to a live person, give us a call at 877-646-5347. That's 877-646-5347.